Hey, everybody on Facebook. It's Bobby Schwartz at the Home Business Advertiser. I hope you're having a good, what is it, Thursday, the 19th of November. Got a really, really special guest that I asked to be on the call last night, and he agreed to be on here today. This is my really good friend, Peter Wolfing. He lives in New York City. He's been on the cover of my magazine, Home Business Advertiser, 5 times. Just an incredible guy. He's got a really good heart, very, very generous man, very smart. He does a lot of trainings on Think and Grow Rich and a lot of other success and motivational books. I'll have to ask him for the specifics, but I mean, he's sponsored somewhere in the neighborhood of over 1 million people in his organizations globally, not just here in the U.S. So Peter, thanks so much for being my guest today.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much for coming and asking me. I know we had dinner, broke bread, and you came down into New York. That was fantastic. Went to Bubba Gump's. That was fun. Then all this other stuff had to happen. There's what I teach people is that it's all about perspective. When I was in the Marines and in boot camp, they would teach you that in any situation, you have to take the craziness that's happening, and we call it managing chaos, and you calm down so you can scan everything that's going around and you can make intelligent decisions based on what you're seeing. And I used to be pretty good at that anyway. When I was in high school, I was great at sports and baseball, soccer, football, all that kind of stuff, because I had the ability of slowing things down when everything was chaotic, and I'd be able to pick things out and be able to make good choices. So in the Marines, they kind of hone that situation where you manage chaos. And right now in the economy, Bobby, it's very chaotic with the political issues going on and the COVID stuff going on and the economy stuff going on. Very, very chaotic. And sad to say that 97, 98, even 99% of the people that are out there, they react to what's going on. Where we teach as entrepreneurs, you and I and other people that are watching, we make things happen, right? We're entrepreneurs, that we're the causal factor of our lives, and not life doesn't happen to us, life happens as us, right? So we in turn are making decisions, intentional decisions, to build our business, to be the tip end of the spear, to be able to make it happen, and everybody else is reacting, about different things, and they're not prepared, and they just get their life devastated by different things because they didn't have a clue. So that's a kind of a long answer to why I think is going on right now, and then it's, for many it's the worst times ever, and for many it's the best times ever.
Right.
So depending on your perspective and how you attack it.
Yeah, we had a question come in today that was like, what do you see happening? And I said, to be honest with you, I said it could go, a bunch of different ways, but it seems like people are kind of stuck at home, and they're all looking for ways to make money, make a new income. So, I mean, is that what you're starting to see in your business, that people are driven to start a business? I mean, you have thousands of people in your company who are affiliate marketers who help people start their own home-based businesses. Sure. I follow you on Facebook all the time. I mean, what do you see as far as like the supply and demand for opportunities right now?
Well, I would say that it's the best of times, because we're kind of in the age of the entrepreneur 10x at this point, because exactly what you said, I think people were lulled into a sense of security in the old business model of work an hour, get paid an hour, work someplace. Like here, I'm in Manhattan, and they would come into Manhattan, work at a place here, and leave. And now they're finding out that that business model isn't necessary. I've been saying that for 20 years, 20 something years. When I would go to a bank, and they were like, "What do you mean you don't have an office?" This is my office. I run a business does millions of dollars every month, and I have no office. This is my son's room right now. So, and they were like, "I don't understand. What do you mean you don't have an office?" Because that was their brain mindset at the time. And now it's like people are starting to realize you could work anywhere with a smartphone, and not even laptop lifestyle, but smartphone lifestyle now, right?
Right.
So it's coming to a situation where people are starting to say, listen, wow, maybe I really do need a plan B. Wow, you mean I really don't have to have and commute to an office? I can have a 10-foot commute, which is what basically we do.
Mhm.
And it's finally raised their awareness of this industry that we're in, of
Mhm.
BizOp marketing, multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing, the
Mhm.
online type of business. And so if you're ready to capitalize on that, it's the best of times.
Right.
So, but the problem that many people have is you can be at the right place at the right time with the right everything and still go bankrupt
Mhm.
if you don't have the awareness to bring what's inside of you out to
Mhm.
be able to grab it, right? And you
Mhm.
could be in the worst of times, in the just everything wrong, but if you have
Mhm.
the right awareness, you can capitalize on that and do fantastically well. That same thing happened to me in 2007-8 when they had the financial crisis. I went and bought a house right on the water in Barnegat Bay in New Jersey,
Yep.
and the real estate was like, so what do you want to offer? I'm like, I'll just take it. I'll take it. I want it. That's the one I
Yeah.
want. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you take it? He said, no, this, because I felt the house was right on the water. I wanted it, right? And when nobody was buying anything, everything was great because everybody was running for the hills, and I knew that our business could capitalize on that. So
Mhm.
it's a fantastic time. So if you're watching me, I don't know if you're watching live or recording or replay, really look at whatever you're promoting, whatever company it is. I don't care what it is, affiliate marketing, direct mail, anything like that,
Mhm.
that you're making money for yourself. And it could be the best of times. Just look at it and look at how many people out there can use what you have,
Mhm.
and they're everywhere. They are everywhere, and all you do is sales is nothing more than filling a need with what you have. And if there's a
Mhm.
match, you got yourself a potential sale. So you kind of have to awaken the need that maybe they forgot they had,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Um, and
Kind of
that's what I look for sales. You know,
kind of
people have a
add.
need, they don't know what the need they have, and we kind of resurrect that out and say, oh, I didn't know I needed that,
Right.
or make fill the gap there, and then you have yourself a great sale.
Yeah, I think.
It's so good right now, Bobby. It's my business is probably 500-600% better than it was in February, and that was pretty good back then.
Right.
So people are just they're just gravitating in, and if they see a company's been around for a long time and they feel secure with that. My company's like 23 years old now, so they kind of see
Mhm.
that. I know you with business advertisers been around for a long time, so
Mhm.
they see a great source of marketing right there,
Mhm.
and that is a source of comfort for them in a topsy-turvy world right now.
And that's when I watch your Facebook feed and the leadership boards that you have for like just one of your companies, Easy One Up. I mean, people are posting every single day about making $500 sales, $1,000 sales, $2,000 sales
Yeah,
regularly.
yeah.
So that's I mean, that's one of the reasons I wanted to get you on the call today. I mean, something really exciting
Mhm.
is happening with you and Easy One Up and your leaders there in the company. What are they doing, and how? If somebody who's watching this video, either on the replay or live, wants to find out more about Easy One Up or your opportunities, like what is the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, well, the Facebook is just facebook.com/Peter Wolfing. If they send, my simplest email is peterwolfing@gmail.com. And Easy One Up is one of many platforms that we have that run. They're similar, but
Mhm.
they kind of have different products and different compensation plans a little bit to it. But Easy One Up is it's just on fire. It's been
Mhm.
over 5 years and it's still on fire, which is
Yeah.
amazing to me because it's a one-time payment. And I'll
Mhm.
tell you one thing that I realized over the years, and I've always preached that residual is what you want, right? You want to layer and have the money come in every single month, and I still really believe that. But you have to know your market. So eventually, I came to find out that the market that I was in, the BizOp market, they didn't want the residual. They wanted simplicity. And I had this dream one night, literally, I'm not making this up, a dream one night. And I said, how can I make it simple? And the word simple just popped in my head. And I said, okay, black and white. So my website is black and white, a little bit of red, black and white.
Mhm.
How can I make it simple? One-time payment, no monthly fees. How can I make it simple? So because I wanted someone to see it, and either they're in or they're out. There's no gray area or anything, just in or out. And that I think is one of the success parts of that program, and why even if it's a one-time payment, after 5 years, it's still blowing up in a
Mhm.
good way, is the simplicity of it. And people know that, okay, I'm in and I can go do something else, but if I come back, I know it's still there. and I can
Mhm.
continue to do that. And it's been, like this, but always up. And the past 5 months has really caught the attention of a lot of huge marketers, and they in turn are making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day in
A
many
day.
cases. Crazy, yeah.
Wow.
And what's really nice too is I get a lot of stories from people in other countries don't even speak English, Nepal, Vietnam, that are just crushing it, tens of thousands of dollars a year, when for them making $400 a month is like life changing, right? Because it's simple. They don't have to speak English. They just have to get the concept, and then they market it. And if they can make $1,200 a month, they've just radically changed their life. And that's kind of why I designed it, is to help anybody anywhere of any amount. And don't let the $2,000 scare you. That's the top level, but you can come in for $30 one time.
Right.
And my philosophy has always been, don't get greedy, pigs get slaughtered.
What was it again? Don't get greedy. What?
Pigs get slaughtered, don't get greedy.
Oh, right.
So I've always been, where my business took off was stop focusing about me and me making the sale. I call it the sugar daddy method. Give out as much as possible and still have a functional business, so we can stay in business, because that's my goal, is stay in business long term. And I can make a little bit on a lot of sales versus a lot on one sale. So on $30 sale, I make $5.
Right.
It's not gonna. But if you're doing hundreds of those a month, it adds up. And then we have other levels in between that as well too. But basically 10%. And by the time I get my overhead, maybe I make 5%. 6%, 7%. Besides the upper tier, which we do live trainings, and we do 3 live trainings a week. So we do 3 to 6 hours of live training a week, and helping those people. We call it the Vertex Live level. So they pay more, a premium. So we're there to be able to give them more services and things like that for a higher premium. But they're starting to gravitate to the higher amounts, because in the grand scheme of things, it's almost as easy to make $100 sale than it is to make a $2,000 sale. That's kind of the way I look at it, because of the compensation structures that we've had. You make one sale, you get your money back. So why not make it higher? And you still need one sale, whether it's 25 or 50 or 100, whatever, it's one sale.
Right. You break even on one sale.
Yeah, the risk is always the same, whether you're doing $30 or $2,000. The risk is the same, because it's one sale.
Right.
And get the money back in their hands as possible, so it lowers the risk. And my thing is, I never want to have. I don't want to burn people. I want people to get their money back as quick as possible, and I want them to know that we're doing this to be around long term. So my company's 23 years old. Easy One Up's over 5 years old. Other websites I have are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. So and it takes a while to build up that, and know that I'm going to be here. I'm making decisions for it to be here for a long time, not just money grab type of stuff.
Right.
And the industry that we're in here kind of proliferates with that type of thing, and that's not the way we do it. We want long term.
And that's the thing I like about working with you, Peter, is that you're very humble, you're accessible, you do go the extra mile to help affiliates and even people that aren't in your company. I've heard you do trainings for groups and organizations that you have no financial incentive to really help them, except for you want to give back, and I really like that and appreciate that about you.
Yeah, it's the trying to get the whole industry to look better. And which in turn helps everyone. Rising tide lifts all boats. And I know, getting to meet you and have dinner with you and talk to you, I know we both have a background of wanting to be the servant leader and to help people and to have a great base. Just have a nice, great base that people know that they can trust us. When we say we're going to do something, we do it, and we're here to help them. So they have to meet us halfway to be true, but we can't do it for them, but we're always going to be here if they're willing to put the time and effort in.
Right. All right. So to get in touch with you, Facebook, facebook.com/Peter Woofing or peterwoofing@gmail.com.
Right.
And
if they go to YouTube, they go to youtube.com/ just search intentional mentoring. I've had that for a long time, but I'm just starting to post new videos and trainings that you're welcome to watch the trainings. They're really good for anybody, for anything. So you don't have to join anything. And And I think that would be able to be helpful as well too. You might even see some older stuff that I did way back when. I mean, I've been making videos for 15, 20 years. So way when I started, it was, you know, an experiment in hell. I had no idea, you know. So, you know, so I started, guys, just like everybody else. I had nothing. Worse, I had less than nothing. My first 8 years, I went $125,000 in credit card debt to try to figure it out, mainly because I tried to do it myself. And I tried to figure it out myself, and I was getting cheap on myself. And why should I pay someone to teach me when I can do it myself? And it didn't work out so well. So then I just started getting coaches and mentors to teach me to accelerate the process. And from that point on, it started to do pretty well. So over the years, you said 1 million. Actually, it's 2.2 million people have joined my company over the last 20 some odd years.
Wow, that's incredible.
2 million people. So it's nice to know that I had some kind of an impact on that many people all over the world to some degree or other, and to be able to help them. And that's really what we're looking for at this point is legacy. Because for me, it's not about the money. I make money now. I make good money now, but it wasn't always about the money. So when you start focusing on other people realistically, and you try to help them to do well, then the money comes. It just it just starts to come to you when you help other people. It's a byproduct of being that servant leader, you know, and being a giver. I'm a natural giver anyway. But if you're a giver, you just constantly give. For every, I think, I forgot who said it. For every 5 posts you do, maybe you do 4 gives and one ask. Right? Yeah. Just be a giver, you know, and people, you don't want to pitch and pitch and pitch and pitch all the time. It just gets boring after a while. So
it does. And I love your humble beginning story, because I think one of the things you shared with me when we were in New York City together is you being a young man, maybe even a teenager, passing out little business cards with your website or phone number on there in the subway in New York City. I mean, that takes courage. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would get little cards. I called it carding, right? Little cards, and I would put a classified ad on it in the back. Call this number, and they call a voicemail. Go in the subway and good morning, or in the bus station, good morning, good morning, good morning. I would do 500 to 750 every day, every single day.
Wow, that's
and I would
awesome.
get 20 or 30 leads a day doing that. Right? It worked. And this was before the internet, guys. So I'm a dinosaur in this stuff, you know. And we would just do it consistently every single day. And then we would mail videos on VHS. You guys know what VHS is, right?
Yeah.
This is like way back when. But we did mailing cassette tapes. Then we did mailing VHS tapes. And then we did DVDs after a while. And to get to, then the internet started to kind of get there where you can do streaming and stuff. So I was in hallelujah. This is when, Bobby, when you probably remember when phone bills were $1,000 a month.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
10 to 15 cents a minute to call people. You guys have no idea how lucky you have it right now.
Yeah.
The expenses to do back then were crazy. $1,000 phone bills, mailing stuff all over the place, and priority mail envelopes and stuff. It's so easy now. You just point and click and point. If you can point to a video of whatever you're promoting, you can do this business.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Love that.
It just is so easy to do that. Just don't quit. You know, just don't quit. One of my books is called I Quit. And it has 50 reasons why people quit and how to stop that. But the cool thing is I probably did all of them. So everything I did myself many times over. And so just the thing is, don't quit. And one bit of advice that I can give everybody here is I just talked to somebody today that joined. I said, listen, life is a battle for energy. Everybody is energy. We're spirit energy inside of us. And most people don't actually quit something. They just kind of fade away because they don't stay plugged in. Right. So like this video here that we're doing, the wonders of technology, is a way you can plug into people that think like you, or you want to think like them, or we're passing on Bobby's and my energy through this medium of the internet. That you can latch on to our belief about it. We might not be doing the same business, which is fine, but you can see from me that this business works. And that might help you to stay in longer, so you have enough time to get traction to be able to make money. So always plug into your business, plug into your trainings, your upline, whatever you need to plug into, get the energy. Because once you leave the energy, then you're going to find reasons not to do it. and you're going to sabotage yourself. Your habits are going to get in the way. Then you have to walk the dog. You have to fix the screen.
Right.
Then you're out. So you kind of fade away because you lose energy.
Right.
Right. So that's a great thing, Bobby. What you do with these here is you're passing energy to people. They can plug in and they can get energized and say, well, if he can do it, I can do it. Right. And I started in a little shack. I mean, a little 400 square foot shack. And I did a video on that. And it was, we were dirt poor. So if I can do it and come from that, you guys, trust me, you can do it. You can do it. Just don't quit and learn when you're doing it. When you're doing everything, get better, get your skills better. And before you know it, people are going to knock on your cell phone screen and say, hey, listen, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to sign up with you. And that's what happens.
Right on. All right. Well, Peter, thank you so much for all the readers and listeners. I just want to highly recommend that you get plugged into some of this man's trainings. He's written books, buy his books, listen to the trainings, get plugged into what he's doing, because there is something really exciting going on in this man's business right now. So, Peter, thanks for all the years of friendship. Thanks for being on our cover 5 times. And just really appreciate you, man. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, thank you, Bobby. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Be good. God bless.
Go place an ad. Go place an ad.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you.